All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Big waves, big waves. We've already made Andrea start crying this morning already. So, Sophia, we love you and we love your mother, Jane, and we hope together you feel this bond today. And I'm local. So if you need anything, Sophia, give me a call. And I'm nicer than Andrea, by the way. So, um, good to see everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I want to say this. One of our members, Alan White, that comes to us every morning. Everybody knows Alan and Cindy. Alan lost his father just 2 days ago, and just want to send out prayers. And if he's watching the recording, or if you got Alan's phone number, maybe you shoot him a text, let him know you're praying for him. Part of the community, supporting each other. So appreciate you guys and what you stand for. And it's kind of interesting to say that with our word for this morning, but our word for this morning is receive. Receive. You look at the definition, it's be given, presented with, or paid something. Or maybe it's suffer, experience, or be subject to some type of treatment. Receive. Jim Rohn, who we've been handing out a lot of collections, and State of the Inn will hand out another one today, says giving is better than receiving, because giving starts the receiving process. Here's what I thought about. Have you ever done something for a person or a group of people or something, and you've done it just literally out of the goodness of your heart, and then maybe you receive a note, or you receive a card, or a phone call or a text, or maybe they recognize you with a plaque or something like that. Maybe anybody, has that ever happened to? How does that make you feel? Receiving. How does that make you feel? There's a really good feeling attached to when you have give and give and give, and then you're receiving with a thank you. To me, you embrace it a lot easier because you've been working for it. Does that make sense? But if you look at it, a lot of times, if somebody gives me a present or buys me a meal or something like that, it's really tough. Like it's tough. It's like, you walk away and you're like feeling a little like, ugh. You get what I'm saying? Like when you receive something and you don't feel really worthy of receiving it. Receiving is much harder than giving. Like I say it all the time, giving is my Maserati. Like I hope I make I'm not hope. Did I just say hope? I'm going to make $1 billion in my lifetime. And I hope to give because it does so much for my soul. Like I love it. It's an adrenaline rush. It's my Maserati, I call it, it's really fun. Receiving, on the other hand, is sometimes difficult. Somebody will pay you a compliment, and I never get this, like, you look good. And you're like, oh, well, I put on 15 pounds. So you try to make up for the receiving of the compliment with something negative, right? Does anybody do that? Like you're like, I got to take this away, rather than just go, thank you. It's really hard. And I think the biggest thing is when you receive, there's no room for ego. When somebody gives to you, there's just no room for ego. You just thank you, but so when I was looking at this word, it's kind of difficult to talk about, but the giver and the receiver are really one. They're in it together. And so I guess my message this morning really on the word receive, Andrea, and I'll turn it to you, is who out there could we possibly today maybe institute the Jim Rohn quote? Giving is better than receiving because giving starts the receiving process. So who out there today can we give more, pay a compliment, maybe call them and have just a fun, nice conversation? Maybe it's, if we're lucky enough to have our parents with us, maybe just reaching out and saying, hey, just wanted to say I love you guys. Right? And know that the receiving end is going to come because you started that process by giving. And I guess that's where my mind went this morning as I prepared for this lesson was, giving is that start of the process for receiving. So, Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Well, that was fantastic, Coach. And thank you so much for that. And the quote that I found was that everything comes to us that belongs to us if we create the capacity to receive it. And I think that's exactly what you were talking about with the compliment, right? How many of us, when we get a compliment, instead of receiving it, we push it away? And we can do that in so many aspects of our life with so many different things. Like it could be financial blessings, it could be friendships, it could be, business opportunities. It can be so many things that are presented to us, but we have something blocking us that we push it all away. So this is what I looked into, how do we receive the gifts that this world has to offer? From the silly little things like the closest parking place, or the bigger things like the perfect, partner, or that big contract, or the perfect business opportunity. Like, what can we do to be open to receiving all of these blessings? So that's kind of the direction I went into. Some of it's a little, well, I've got to be more open, right? Some of it seems more logical, but some of it I'm like, okay, well, we'll just lean into this. So first of all, we've got to make the decision to have what we want, even if we don't know how to get it. So this sounds really simple, but it actually can be a little bit of a struggle if you think about it. So it's really easy if we're thinking about a restaurant, right? So if I go to the restaurant and I want a chicken salad sandwich, and I want one with grapes, I don't want cranberries, and I want to make sure there's not too much mayonnaise, right? Like, it's very simple if I picture what I'm ordering off a menu. It can be a little bit harder when we picture what we're ordering out of our life, but we want to be just as specific. So if I want to live in Alabama on, I don't know, an acre of land, and so I don't have this, I haven't figured it out, right? But if I want something very specific, I want a business with this many brand partners, or I want 7 grandbabies, whatever it may be, I've got to have something specific in my mind when I'm ordering it up, right? Okay, I couldn't quite see how many, Rick, but looks like a lot. So congratulations. And number 2 is we've got to be clear about the outcome. So we've got to be clear about the details about what we do want, because sometimes when we're playing this little game in our mind, right, we're falling asleep at night, we're thinking about all the things we don't want, right? Have you ever done that? So we like, oh my gosh, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about this. And what we're doing is we're putting out, okay, I would like a little bit, a few more bills and a couple more arguments with my teenagers, and possibly a little bit more chaos in my life. Like, that's what I'm ordering. So instead, when I'm falling asleep at night, or when I'm thinking about what I want to practice visualizing myself in the situation that I want, right? So it could be just like, maybe I'm thinking about a vacation next year. So just take the time to think about, where do I want to go? What do I want that vacation to look like? Who do I want to be there? How do I want them to behave, right? What do I want? And then the next thing is to detach myself from the process. So not knowing how something's going to work can hold us back, right? So I can think about our business and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the year I want to rank up, right? And I'm still learning the ranks. So we're just going to say, I just want to rank up, and I want the exact, how to do it. But sometimes I can't know exactly what that's going to look like what leader I'm going to attract or what's going to happen in my organization. So I just have to realize that I know what I want and then detach myself from the outcome. Just do the work, do the activity that I know I need to do, but don't really worry too much about the how to. And next, focus on expecting that it's going to happen. So if I want to receive blessings, I have to kind of walk around with the attitude of I am going to be blessed, right? I'm just going to. And I don't know what it's going to look like, and I don't know the form that it's going to come in, but I know that I was created to thrive. So those blessings are going to come my way. And then lastly, I'm going to practice gratitude. So I personally believe that we are given more to be grateful for when we show that we're grateful for what we have. So take the time to focus on gratitude. Wake up every morning and list 3 things that you're grateful for. Every night when you're praying, thank God for all the things that you're so grateful for, the big things, the little things, and every single thing in between. So this was a powerful one, a little hard. I love to give. Receive can be a little bit harder. So thank you so much for this lesson, Coach.
No, great lesson. And we're going to give away here. So since I read a Jim Rohn quote, another collection going out, 2 people. So maybe we type receive. We're going to receive something to each of us. We're going to be better receivers. All right, we got them going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 2, Andrea.
I'm muted. So we have Anthony Moreland and Eva Marie Griffin.
All right. Awesome. Congrats.
Send me addresses because I lose
Yeah.
them. So please.
Yeah, send addresses so we can get you out those copies. And guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Happy Tuesday. Let's go out and make the world a better place because we showed up in it. See you guys.
Love you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.